This is music, and this is a heavenly hall. In this video, I'm going to show you this stack of records that I picked up at Akkord's web shop. Akkord is a small chain of record stores here in Copenhagen. They have like a handful of record stores. And the neat thing about their web shop is that it has access to all the individual record stores' inventories. So you can get whatever you need in one fell swoop without having to go and visit each record store. Now, I know there's a certain kind of magic to going into the wild and flipping through records, but sometimes convenience trumps that magic. I went for the local pickup option rather than having it shipped. So all I had to do was to go to one of the record stores and grab everything. That was very convenient. So let's just get down to business. Up first, we have this one here, Heaven, Where Angels Fear to Tread. It comes in PVC, in a PVC sleeve, and actually they all do. And that's simply because, you know, they're secondhand records, and that's how the owners stored them. But I'm gonna get rid of all these PVC sleeves for sure. This one was also either owned by a library or a radio station, or maybe by one of those old school record collectors back in the day who kept like analog databases of their records. And they would often have like stickers with, you know, different codes and stuff on it, and the names of the, in this case, the artist, whatever. So that's a sticker I'm not going to try to remove. But yeah, Heaven, Where Angels Fear to Tread. Here they are on the back, trying to look cool, but they look kind of goofy. And those two panthers here are not having a good day. That doesn't help. I'm pretty sure this probably borders on animal cruelty, to be honest. But yeah, that's Heaven, Where Angels Fear to Tread. Up next, Lethal Presence, Unholy Alliance. This is a compilation of demo tapes from 1985, 86, and 87 on vinyl here. So that is pretty cool. I think it's thrash metal. The next one here is one you don't see every day, but that's Blackout in the Red Room by Love Hate, hard rock. I was in a band back in the day. The vocalist was a big fan of Love Hate. I didn't think much of Love Hate back then, to be honest, but I grew to appreciate it anyways. So I decided to grab this one. And this one, I was kind of surprised at this one not being more expensive than it was. It wasn't cheap, but it was not expensive either. And I was even more surprised because I have kind of seen this just sitting around in their web shop for half a year or something, and you would think somebody would grab it given that it wasn't super expensive. But so I decided to, you know what, I'm just gonna snatch it up this time around, because like I said, I've grown to appreciate Love Hate. So there you go. Up next, thrash metal from Australia, Mortal Sin, Face of Despair, picture within a picture, and they look very thrashy, and it is good stuff. Up next here we have Phoenix Rising. It's an EP, so kind of an old school underground release as well. This is a blind buy. I was kind of intrigued by the cover art, so let's see. The next one, I think this is more Australian stuff, Rose Tattoo, Assault and Battery. Now, I know that some of the members of this band have come out with some problematic political views that I would not agree with at all, but they were kind of a very influential hard rock band. They've influenced like Guns N' Roses and a lot of those bands in the sort of glam hard rock sphere that were considered to be a bit more dangerous and a bit more, you know, edgy, less polished. So that's why I picked it up. But yeah, I'm very well aware of the problematic, in my perspective, problematic views of some of the members. Up next, you have this, I guess, legendary live EP by Sacred Reich. And I have no problem with their political views. I'm quite aligned with that. So you can make of that what you will. Up next, pretty cool OG here of the New Order by Testament, a legendary thrash metal band and a legendary thrash metal album too. So, and this one was very similar to the love-hate situation. Not expensive at all. Not cheap, but not expensive at all. And I don't know why people didn't grab this one, but I did, so somebody did. Up next, Contagious by Y&T, a band I've been getting into quite a lot lately. Just tasty hard rock, traditional metal, depending on the era. This is, of course, full Hairspray. I think it's from the late 80s, probably 88 or 89 or something. In any case, yeah, 87 actually. But yeah, Hairspray era. Yeah. And here you have in Rock We Trust. They look a bit more, you know, rock and rolly here. Awesome cover art too. So that's gonna be great stuff. And now things are gonna get really heavenly. I decided to grab this compilation called Righteous Heavy Metal. So it's a compilation of different Christian metal bands, and I'm not into the whole Christian metal scene. I do have some Christian metal albums. If I like the music, I'll grab it. Although I know that there are some, shall we say, elements, ideological elements associated with Christianity. So not so much the religion and all that stuff itself, but some of the ideological elements that I disagree with, for sure. But I decided to grab this one because it has some of those artists that some of the sort of Christian metal YouTube channels I watch, they kind of talk about. So I figure, you know, might be a good way to check them out. So you have Leviticus, you have Saint, you have Bride, Rage of Angels, among others. So, you know, let's see, or I guess let's hear. And now, down to earth again, all the way to the Netherlands, Holland Heavy Metal, another compilation. This one looks very undergroundy, and I don't think I know any of the bands on here. Second Skin, Vortex, AZA, The Wild, and Nexus. Don't know any of these bands, but there's a certain kind of nuclear assault feel to the cover art, so that's what drew me to it. So yeah, a stack of records here with some problematic features for sure, but also some pretty cool stuff, I would say. Thanks for watching.